Welcome to 2018. My name is Russell Myers, and welcome to And Unity for All. This is my first video since New Year's, and hope you all had a good weekend, good holidays. Okay, I want to address a couple of things very quickly here. Some people think I look natural in front of a camera, and actually had some people think I'm arrogant or something. There's nothing natural about this. I just focus on the ideas. It took me a full year to talk myself into doing these videos. I don't like being in front of a camera, but I don't have the time to dedicate to doing graphics. I focus everything on the content that I'm talking about. And so when it comes down to it, I try to gather my thoughts and so forth, and then spend less than an hour on recording and posting and sharing my videos. So yeah, there's nothing about that. If I had my choice, I'd be doing this a bit differently. Anyway, so let's talk about socioeconomic structures. In other words, capitalism versus communism versus socialism. A lot of people don't understand just what these things are, so I'm going to give you root words on this. The root word of communism is community, communal. It means everything is made to benefit the community. It is all communal property. You don't have any rights to anything yourself. On the far right, you've got capitalism, which means money. Capital is money. Above and beyond all else. Above environment, above suffering, above human lives, and yes, that does mean above your life, above your suffering. It means everything is for sale. You can't drive down the street without paying a fee. Some people think we live in a capitalist society. Well, no, this is not a capitalist society. Excuse me, allergies. Yeah, I got the Vincent Price look this morning. Capitalism, well, I'll come back to that. In the middle, you've got varying degrees of socialism. The root word of socialism is social, society, which means society and the people that make up that society. The fact is that America has been a democratic socialist society for many decades. When you talk about socialism, all of our laws and programs that help people are all socialist concepts. I have started just calling Social Security socialist security. It is money paid in by society which helps members of society. That's a socialist idea. Stop being triggered by words, especially words that you don't actually understand. Stop being conditioned like Pavlov's dog. Stop being scared. Try to understand what you're reacting to. Other socialist ideas, public libraries, public roads that you don't have to pay to drive on every time you drive down them. Police, consumer protection laws, worker protection laws, the very existence of a minimum wage. So OSHA, EPA, the FDA, even the military, we pay into it for the protection of our society. How much of a benefit any of these things are is definitely up to debate, but the more they fail to benefit society, that means that we need more control over them. It means most of the time that the capitalists have taken over. They have made profit more important than anything else. When we're talking about some defense contractor building a new plant or expanding operations, hiring more people, that's not good. That means that our government is planning on expanding warfare. And the only way you can keep creating new jobs is by creating new wars. And those wars are being created. All right, so let's go back. Capitalism. You think capitalism is good? Before FDR and his socialist ideas, we had a good degree of capitalism in this country. What that meant was that we had 16 to 20-hour work days, 6 to 7 day weeks. There were no child labor laws, so children, as soon as they could walk, had to go to work. They had no right to an education. That's something else. Public schools are a socialist idea. There was a time, there were incidents such as a mining company. The workers went on strike for things as simple as a living wage and non-deadly working conditions. So what did the company do? They hired their own private military force, the Pinkertons, who came in and shot the workers. That's capitalism. We've come back to that. Last year, the Dakota Access Pipeline. You had Native American and associated protesters trying to protect the waterways from an oil pipeline, and a militarized force paid for by our government for the benefit of a corporation came in the middle of the North Dakota winter, sub-zero temperatures, firing rubber bullets and water cannons in sub-zero temperatures. That's capitalism. You paid for it. I paid for it. The corporation made the profit. The people suffer. That's capitalism. We used to have something called company stores, generally by mining companies and railroad companies. They would create a store for their workers, and the workers had no choice but to shop there. because there was no place else. The prices were exorbitant, but the store would offer you credit against your future paycheck. The result was that the worker wound up owing so much money for basic survival needs that they would cease to receive a paycheck, and they were in debt to their employer, sometimes for the rest of their life. We've come back to that. And now we're at the point where Walmart has Walmart has started a program where they will offer credit to their employees against their future paychecks. Now, I doubt it will reach the degree of the company's store in its full form, but that's only because of laws that protect the workers. Have no doubt this would reach that same level if those laws were not in place. And those laws are weakening every day. Stop worshiping capitalism and being triggered by the word socialism unless you understand what you're talking about. This is not a capitalist society. The capitalists, Wall Street, the corporations, they would love for it to be, because they would hold all control over everything, and you would have no rights at all as a human being. If you don't understand these concepts, talk to somebody that does. Pick up a book. Use that socialist education that you were provided and the skills that you got from it. Turn on your socialist television broadcasts. No, that's not going to help because it's all run by the corporations. But start looking things up. So, all right, I got things to do. So please hit like and subscribe, share this video, and oh boy, yeah, those allergies are sucky today. I didn't have a drop of alcohol for New Year's. If you can, become a patron on Patreon. I'm not making 1 penny on this so far. So, all right, have a good day. Talk to you tomorrow.